Good morning. It's another beautiful day here in, I'm calling it paradise, just because I wake up every morning and it keeps getting better. It's dependable. I mean, that's the thing I love so much, I think, about the sun for me is that it's always going to come up. It's always there. It's always a strong presence in my life. I've embraced being a sun worshiper like most all of my life, which is kind of it's almost pagan almost. I don't know what to call it exactly, but that dependability, that trust, that loyalty. So the Sunday part of this is, I think people should stop and think and really take time as part of this process for improving our lives. If we're on a mission, I'm going to call it, I was on a mission. I decided I wanted to change things in a major way. I had to sell my house. I wanted to sell my house. It was how quick can I sell that house so that I can go find another one and live the way I want to live, my terms. And then now that's been all big and crazy of an adventure of doing that. So it's been, just an amazing life. So those gratitude moments of stopping and taking a break. So Sundays, Christianity thinks it's Sundays. Other religions have Saturdays. Others have Fridays. Other people, I don't know. I'm back to the pagan stuff. I love the solstices and the equinoxes and how the earth functions. That to me, I think is really a strong indicator. And then for me, it's funny because when I look at history, that's like back to the original roots of the concepts of religion. So that whatever your beliefs are, that kind of, the good over the evil, which way do you think the world should be? Because if Tony is, and Matthew, they're talking about where your focus goes, that's what's going to happen. So the more we're sitting here focused and worried and afraid, the more that's not right. Of course, we're going to have negative stuff if we think the worst about people, if we think the worst about ourselves. So, the area of gratitude is a big part of the 7 components that make up a person. And that piece of stopping and thinking and just being in the moment, not processing and thinking and working and going. So that, I guess, is my best secret, or my best thought today. So the secret parts of this, I'm sitting out here. I'm a journalist, which is just kind of funny now as I'm trying to be a journalist and be a publisher of getting out information and getting out news that people need to know, people need to hear. We're trying to figure this out. So I'm on the ground. I'm here in San Juan. I chose to come here, frankly, because of the history. I love the history. I'm going over to Scambron today to go swimming, and I can't wait. I'm so excited because I'm going to go be tourist for a day. That's what, gratitude, goof off, play, re-nurture who we are. So, meanwhile, I'm trying to follow some notes here, and I'm trying to get back to this, but the secret parts of this. So I've been raised traveling my whole life. I think I'm a child of the Caribbean because I've been on so many cruises as a kid growing up. And San Juan's always been a stop on the cruise lines. And 14 years ago, I came and spent a week in a studio apartment over in Condado because I had to do a training program to be a school teacher. And I made myself work during the day and do a certain amount of every day I had to get it done so that, I organized my time. And then I could go out and play in the afternoons when I had done the work for the day. So I was listening to music on the radio and up and down the dial. And when I went back to Tampa and back to Florida to work, I was like, if I keep listening to Latin music, I can still be there. It can still be in me. It can still be there. And music's a big part for me and what I like and what drives me. So I've listened to reggaeton. I followed Daddy Yankee, of course. and all sorts of Latin genres of music, merengue, Elvis Crespo. I just saw a couple weeks ago. He was great. Um, you know, anyway, I'm I'm off track here. But the fun part of this is that I was looking for a property or a house that had a yard. I knew I had to be outside. This had to be a function of where I wanted. I wanted a garden. I wanted a homestead. I wanted to try to give this a try because I've always loved to paint. And so why not do it like creatively? And so the fun part of this, totally coincidentally, is that Daddy Yankee is from Via Kennedy, which is literally like I can right there on my neighbors. I'm on the lagoon. I'm here on this side of where I'm on the northern end of Santurce, according to my property records. So it just is funny because it's like, of course, you know, I wanted to, the whole thing of like coming back to your roots or coming back to where you're at, you know. And so anyway, I guess that's my secret and the weirdness of, you know, you don't know where your dreams are going to take you exactly. But that's about the time that I started Joy West as my internet persona and as my creative outlet. I've been building websites these 14 years. So it's just funny in the weirdness of how those things then manifest in your life. And here I am. So people are good. You know, I have to believe that in myself, and then I have to believe that in my community. And I see it all the time around here. I have a flat tire on my bike, so I went to the hardware store, the Ferreteria, in Spanish. It's lots of fun, local style. And the guy, they didn't have my tire, so he's telling me where to go. And then he draws me a map so that I'll know exactly where to go, who to talk to. The guy's name's Suizo. And that generosity and helpfulness and nice. Let's just be nice to each other. You know, so whatever the belief systems are, whatever label, you know, people want to put on their religion and however that works for them. Okay, great. I'm glad that works for them. I don't know, I'm more hippy dippy, I guess. But then, you know, we were in New Jersey when my daughter was a baby and put her in a Catholic preschool. So I went to Catholic church for 3 years when we lived in New Jersey. So I don't know, does that make me kind of Catholic or kind of Baptist? Because I've done those before, or I've done whatever the religion that you want to, the titles I'm not talking about. The concept of gratitude and stopping and thinking and just taking it in. So that's my musings here as I'm hitting it up. I can't even see the camera. I'm just sort of sitting here talking for a minute because it's something that it is that energy and that Tony is right, Matthew's right, that kind of like just stop and reflect and let new ideas come to you and new nice thoughts and where do you want to go and what do you want to do really in your heart, because then life's fabulous. So it's hard for me walking around. I see people that I can see their suffering, their pain. I can see people aren't happy, you know, and that's not right. It's just not right. So again, I'm also all about Jimmy Carter, so that's where this is also at on a beautiful Sunday. And you know, yeah, appreciating life, helping each other out. It's my secret from my backyard. Don't tell people. Although, yeah, I kind of do want you to tell people. I like people are talking about me. It's really kind of cool, especially now with the thing going on with the mural up the street. This is going to be great fun. Yeah, life's fabulous. When you stop and plan it, you can love it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.